It's just the fact I look like Cartman a tiny bit.
Hello and welcome back to the Chattercave podcast, where we discuss media in the forms of discussions and reviews. I'm your host, Thomas Hughes, and once again, I'm joined by my good pal, Bearaputic, aka Alex.
I hate you.
You're the one who pointed it out.
You didn't tell me you started.
Where's the fun and chaotic nature in not telling you? It's not there. If I told you, it wouldn't be fun.
True. You got me there.
Because
Hello, everybody.
obviously we're carrying on with our Christmas specials. Back to back for you. Once again, like last year.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yay.
last week we covered Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. I say last week, but in reality for us it was like half hour, 40 minutes ago. Obviously now we're covering another special, but this time, instead of, a standalone special, we're actually covering a TV show special, because obviously we did mention like holiday specials in the form of TV shows last time, so we're actually going to cover one this time. I mean, it's not the first time I've done it. Hayden and I did 10 episodes on the Hayden show.
Talking about the Hayden show.
But since that show is, dead pretty much, because she's done. I'll do it on there every now and again, and I feel like this one is fine to do on here because it's like a 40-minute special.
Did you know that Summer Vacation has 104 days, and that school comes along just to end it?
It's the annual problem of our generation finding a way to spend it.
Yeah.
Maybe. So we both bust out fucking guitars. If you couldn't tell by that quote there, obviously we're covering Phineas and Ferb today, specifically Series 2, Episode 22, I believe it said, A Christmas Vacation, which obviously is, I'm guessing, and you guessed probably as well, it's set after the show, essentially, because it's kind of, obviously it's not set during summer.
I was watching it, and I have no idea, because there's more than 104 episodes. There's like some episodes have multiple days in them as well. So, maybe it's set over a few years.
Who knows? Apart from the creators.
Who knows?
But yes, obviously we're covering the Christmas one, which obviously, as always, in Phineas and Ferb, contains a couple of different plots.
Mm-hmm.
So you've obviously got the main plot of the group, which is obviously them trying to basically do something nice for Santa and then having to try and save Christmas. You've obviously then got the Doofenshmirtz and Perry plot, which involves obviously Perry, captured, while Dr. Doof is trying to figure out why he wants to hate Christmas, because at the moment he's kind of in a slump where he doesn't realise why he hates it.
Because he doesn't.
Exactly. Until, carol singers tell him, make him otherwise.
Give me figgy pudding.
And then obviously then you got the Candice plot of her, as usual, trying to basically, get with Jeremy.
Win Jeremy. Get in that boy's pants.
For a change, she didn't, she wasn't trying to bust the brothers.
I mean, the mom, Linda tried to get her to do it.
That bit at the start where she's like, oh, forgive me, boys. Have you checked your brothers lately? Like, that was quite funny. So obviously you got these multiple plots, and as always, with Phineas and Ferb, the plots intertwine. Obviously, Candice helps the boys with the obviously saving Christmas part of it, and the whole reason they've got to save Christmas is because of Dr. Doof causing the entire of Danville to become naughty. And obviously that brings in two of Santa's elves to come and check it out. One of them, funny enough, is voiced by the one who plays Gavin in Gavin and Stacey, which I find always hilarious. And yeah, so obviously they come in to try and figure out what the fuck's going on. Obviously, we all know it's Dr. Doof.
I've never watched Gavin and Stacey, so I don't know who that is.
I'm trying to think if you've watched anything else he's been in. Bad Education with Jack Whitehall?
No.
Oh. Lesbian Vampire Killers?
No.
Then I'm at a loss.
Okay, I'll look it up in a bit.
Okay, let's just carry on then.
Okay.
It's lucky that, we're doing this the right way around, because I discovered the other way around, so it would have been that way. But yeah, so obviously they have to try and figure out what the hell's going on. And of course, in the end, it's all solved, but it's too late. Christmas is already happening. And of course, they have to come up with some funky ass invention to try and save Christmas. Because that's, their whole characters is...
Third one today. The third thing.
The first invention was obviously making, Well, technically speaking, the first one was the beds.
Yeah.
Then you had obviously, decorating the whole Danville / the clubhouse. It's not a clubhouse. And of course, in the end... third one technically is rigging up the antenna. With
okay, so they did the bed sleds.
Yep.
Then they made the clubhouse, the Santa stop.
Yeah.
Then they did the entire city.
Yes, that's
then they did the
antenna.
The antenna. Then they made a sleigh.
So 5.
Yeah, 5 in one day. That's quite
a lot for them. It's got to be like a record for them.
Yeah.
5 inventions. To be fair, the one invention was just a giant coat hanger. Which was quite funny. Because to be fair...
Probably just got that from a dry cleaners.
The moment they say, oh, don't worry about the antenna, we can sort that, you're thinking there's going to be some like crazy-ass invention attached, like a massive satellite dish with... that looks like it's from a sci-fi movie. You think it's going to be something like that? No, it's just a giant coat hanger, which to be fair, is probably more humorous than a kooky-ass invention. But yeah, so obviously there's a lot obviously mentions in this. It's classic Phineas and Ferb. I mean, there's a lot of musical numbers in it. Classic Phineas and Ferb, and I think that's what makes this work really well, because it just feels like your normal Phineas and Ferb episode, just extended. Because I'm guessing maybe on TV it was split into 2, because normally these 40-minute ones usually are for TV.
That was 40 minutes. First 20.
No, it's 40.
Oh no.
Normally, obviously, these ones, just under 40, like 36, 37, sort of. So normally, these sort of ones for kids shows, if it's like a big one, they usually split it into 2. I don't know if this was split into 2 on TV or not. Which obviously then explains why there's a lot of different stops in this episode, where you can see where they go, okay, this is probably where they cut, and this is where they'd start again. Which is probably why there's like multiple different plots, technically. Obviously, there's one massive overall plot, but there's kind of like little plots throughout. So that's probably why it'd feel like that. Because more likely to say more likely 2 episodes crammed into one. But it's classic Phineas and Ferb. As you said just before recording, you can't go wrong with a bit of Phineas and Ferb.
No,
it's fun. Animation's good as always. The music's good as always. It's got a decent plot. It's funny. I mean, Buford as always is hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, when they're making snow angels, and he just kind of just like smothering Baljeet in the snow to make the snow angels. And the fact his whole plan for the episode is he can be naughty all he likes. He just needs that one pivotal moment to make him nice. And it did come true, but also at the same time not. Because technically speaking, it still said naughty. If it wasn't for the old elf going, oh, what the heck, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
He technically speaking would still be on the naughty list. Because technically speaking, Buford's the most naughtiest kid there is. I mean, he wedges Baljeet, but as Baljeet says, those are long johns, not underwear. So that is a wedgie and a half for him. And yeah, so to be fair, obviously, Buford does redeem himself because he does get the lights to come on. He does do a big moment of American history of going around, instead of going, the British are coming, he's going, Christmas is here, put the lights on, with his little bell while riding a snowplow, which, isn't just a random thing. The snowplow's been a part of the start and end of this episode because it kills the snowman at the start, but then Snowman realizes, wow, almost died, don't follow me, I'm almost dead.
Yep.
But obviously, I feel like the big plot twist with this is the whole Sal Tuscany thing, with the fact it's actually Santa Claus. And obviously, technically speaking, then Santa saves Christmas because it's his voice that stops the machine and saves the day. But as I say, it's just classic Phineas and Ferb. What can go wrong?
Yeah. Nothing can go wrong with Phineas and Ferb at all.
that's why I'm looking forward to the new season and hoping it's really
Yeah.
good. 'Cause
I mean, Dan Pottermeyer. It's not Pottermeyer, is it? Dan is great.
I mean,
honestly.
Hamster and Gretel's really good. That's the other show he does.
Yes.
That's a really fun series. Obviously, didn't he do Milo Murphy as well? Is it?
Yeah.
Which is obviously the one with Weird Al Yankovic.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not even just obviously the ones he's actually fully crafted himself. I mean, even the ones when he's just made someone obviously an episode for another TV show. Say Family Guy, SpongeBob. He's done those in the past, and the episodes he's done are some of my favorite episodes. I mean, he did the Hashling and Slasher episode of SpongeBob, the Graveyard Shift. I mean, I love that episode.
I remember that episode.
He did that one. I was like, when I saw he did that, I was like, no way. And that's a really good one. And in Family Guy, one episode that comes to mind that he did the first ever Road to episode, obviously with Brian and Stewie. A Road to Rhode Island, I think it was. He did that one, and he also did Hell Comes to Quahog, which is the one when they get a giant a Walmart style shop, and it basically causes chaos. It's when Peter has a tank. That's all I remember off the top of my head. But basically, it's a really good episode, and he's done multiple others. I mean, he even storyboarded for like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles back in the day and stuff like that. Like everything he touches tends to be gold, and Phineas and Ferb is one of those ones he touched and was gold. With the fact he pitched it for so many years trying to get it made, they had to literally split up and go separate ways while still trying to pitch it before coming back together to actually make it. Him and Swampy just shows the dedication for this show and how much time and effort they put into it.
Definitely.
And I say I'm really looking forward to seeing where they go with this new obviously season, because it's been a long time since Phineas and Ferb finished. I mean, when did it finish? It's been a while. My mindset's saying like 2014.
12th of June 2015.
Oh, so close. To be fair, my other mind was saying 2016, so it was short or too far.
You've got another mind?
Yeah.
I thought you only had one.
I got two brains. Did you know?
Yeah, that actually does make sense, especially with you horny devil.
What can I say? I'm like Buford. I'm a Buford Baljeet in this episode. The whole point of his character is he just wants a kiss on the mistletoe. He just wants he wants to want a cheeky little kiss on the mistletoe, and then breaks into someone's house to get it.
Yep.
And then just walks off like it was nothing. That's the thing with Phineas and Ferb. It's just got so many great characters. Even when they bring in like random characters for one episodes, they are always really well written. They're always fun to watch. Obviously, in this one, they're bringing the two elves who are quite funny to see. I mean, you got the one that's into Christmas. You got the one who's just grumpy. The classic happy and sad characters, but they bounce off each other and work really well.
Yeah. And
so the normal characters in general, I say Phineas, Ferb, Baljeet, Buford, Isabella, Candice, Jeremy, the mom and dad. Even though we don't get too much of the dad in this one.
No.
And we don't get too much of the mom either, but we get more lines from her than we do with the dad.
Yeah.
Mainly because
we get more lines from the grandma than we do than the dad.
Yeah, because she shouts,
I made figgy pudding.
That's it. Which is a whole plot point. It's the whole I love it. That's like an integral point of this episode, the figgy pudding.
Yeah.
Because without it, obviously Dr. Doof wouldn't have switched on the machine, and then wouldn't have apologized because he actually found like this massive tub of it in his kitchen. I mean, I was a fucking big tub.
I know, right?
That was like classic cartoon over exaggeration of what it should be.
Yeah.
Which doesn't surprise me for Phineas and Ferb whatsoever.
No.
But as I say, this has got everything you love with Phineas and Ferb, aside from the characters to the humour to the music. I mean, they even do a spin on the opening theme song, but change it to obviously more Christmas themed, which is great. I mean, instead of obviously Was it like it's an orangutan, isn't it? Or something in the main
It's
one.
the Yeti.
Because the Yeti in this one, isn't it? That's what they're replaced with, isn't it? So obviously, I like those little switches because they didn't have to. They could have literally just either not add a theme song or just done the basic theme song again. But I like the fact they actually swapped it up and added new lyrics. Obviously, tweaked a few things to make it work, and even slapped obviously the Christmas special tag underneath the actual Phineas and Ferb bit.
Yeah, and then like extended edition.
I say it's just classic Phineas and Ferb. I know it's not the only Christmas special they've done, but I think this is their longest Christmas. But they're more popular with Christmas special, I think, because this is the early sort of one. So I know they did Swinter, which wasn't really a Christmas special, but it was like them doing a Christmas special, but in summer, like how Gravity Falls did the Halloween episode, but it wasn't Halloween. Yeah. It was obviously midsummer again.
Summerween, wasn't it?
Yeah, so Swinter was kind of the exact same situation. That it's the case of, well, we fucked ourselves because we've set an entire show during one period of time where, you know, the big points of like TV shows, i.e. your Christmas specials, your Halloween specials, your Easter specials, they don't take place at this point. So you need to try and work a way into it, which is obviously what they did in both shows with those episodes. But obviously this doesn't do that. It doesn't work it into the summer theme. It sets it either obviously before the show or after the show, who fucking knows? It sets it at some point that isn't the run-of-the-mill summertime, and that works for me because it kind of has to if it's doing the Christmas route. Because I don't know, it would have been weird them trying to do like a middle of summer Christmas thing, especially with the whole town involved, the whole city. So obviously, if it was just them, then I feel like it would work. But at the same time, it wouldn't work with Santa because of the whole fact that, you know, it's not Christmas technically. So it's one of those ones where it kind of has to go out of the actual plot time of the series, i.e. summer, and move into the actual winter part. So yeah, trying to think what else to really say about this episode. It was just classic Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah. Pretty much.
There's not really much to say about it. It's a fine example of a TV show doing a festive episode. As I said in the last episode, obviously every TV show, especially Disney Channel stuff, they always have some level of Christmas special. Let's say from I say the Marvel ones they've done to obviously you got the sort of like Jessie, Liv and Maddie, those type of kids shows. All of them have some festive episode at some point. And so it's not just Disney Channel, Nickelodeon with SpongeBob, Dora the Explorer.
What was I think Family Guy's done their Christmas special already as well.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that one this year, to be honest with you.
So I was just watching it, I was like, huh? Christmas special already?
Yeah, it's because they based it instead, it's 25 years this year for Family Guy. Because obviously they're still doing this new season. Instead of putting it out this year, they opted to push it to next year. And instead they did two specials, Halloween and Christmas.
Okay.
So they put them out instead, which is why if you're on Disney Plus, there's like a whole tab on Family Guy now just says specials. At the top, before series 1, there's like a tab that says specials. There's only 2 episodes in there. That's what I did this year for that. But yeah, obviously Family Guy's done it, American Dad's done it. Cleveland Show, we don't really talk about that too much. Rick and Morty to an extent have a Christmas episode. They're that one that's like the Jurassic Park one, but it's also technically still Christmas. Solar Opposites, they did an entire fucking Christmas special. Obviously, Cartoon Network shows do it. Back in the day, you had like Ed, Edd and Eddy with Christmas specials. Good Adventures of Billy and Mandy, I'm pretty certain had a Christmas special. Trying to fucking think of like really old, like Courage the Cowardly Dog Parade, a Christmas special. There's just like so many of them, and 9 out of 10 times they work really well. Because as I say, they carry on what the show is usually like, and just add the concept of what if they do these shenanigans at Christmas time. And as I love a good Christmas special of a TV show. I've been watching like the old Family Guy ones recently. Like I watched it yesterday. I watched the one where Meg takes Stewie to meet Santa, and Stewie's like, despite being like season
I know exactly which one you're thinking of.
Despite being like season I want to say like 16, 17, like Stewie's shit scared of Santa, despite meeting him previously. And Meg has to obviously sit on Santa's lap, but when he's like, moving the knee up and down, she kind of gets, an orgasm from it. And
I still remember the one about with Lewis doing the fucking Grinch.
Oh, I also watched that one, the
Grinch
Noel
smile.
one. The one when Stewie comes downstairs, doesn't he, dressed as Cindy Lou. But when he does, he questions obviously why Santa's stealing the stuff, but then she questions why he's dressed as a little girl. And he goes, maybe we both forget what we saw here today.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good ones. I mean, as American Dad did some good ones. The Santa storyline they did over I want to say 4 episodes they did it over, because they had the one when they killed Santa, the one when obviously they went after Krampus, when Santa kidnaps Steve, and then when Santa kidnaps the entire family. Like, it was a whole 4-part arc. They did a really good job with that. I say other shows, not even just animated shows, like your live action shows. There's been a few decent ones in the past that I've had a really fun time watching. And I say shows that still go today are still doing them every year. I mean, I know I don't watch them, but soaps, they do them every year because they get numbers from them. People do check in and watch them because they've got nothing better to do over Christmas, and they usually do something to at least draw you in enough to want to watch. With obviously soap, it's more the case of there's some sort of storyline set up or resolved. I mean, Doctor Who is a big one for Christmas specials. They do them pretty much every season.
Year, don't they?
Yeah, every time there's a season going, they'll do a Christmas special. I mean, the last one they did was it was the Goblin ones? Was that am I thinking correctly there? Or with the Goblin song?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Because obviously last year was a weird one because they did all the specials, didn't they, beforehand? They did the 3 episodes with David Tennant, didn't they? And then it built into the Christmas special, which was the Goblin one, yeah. And then this year it's they got another one out. Yeah, I remember. Obviously, like that back in the day, I used to love every Christmas tuning in BBC One, Doctor Who Christmas special. I used to be there every Christmas. I mean, I don't really that much now because I've dropped off a bit compared to how I used to be with Doctor Who. I haven't really been a consistent watcher since maybe the second Peter Capaldi season. I never finished his era really. I never watched too much of the I don't remember her name who took over.
Jodie.
I remember her first name. Was it Jodie something? Hayden will be screaming at me right now with the actual name. But one about her, obviously her era, and obviously Shooty's era. I haven't really watched much of his yet, apart from the Christmas special. That's because
Jodie Whittaker.
That's it.
I knew it was Wit, and then that's all I could remember.
Yeah, I haven't really watched much of his, despite Hayden bickering at me to watch it. It's just one of those ones where I grew out of it. It doesn't hit the same to me as it did, say, with the David Tennant, Matt Smith eras. It doesn't hit, even Christopher Eccleston, it doesn't hit the same anymore. I don't know if it's because I don't know, despite the fact that technically they've got better technology to improve upon stuff, I just don't have the same oomph with it. I mean, I'll probably still check out the Christmas special this year because Hayden probably make me watch it. But I don't know. But I say back when I was younger, within 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, every Christmas I'd be there with it straight on watching it. Used to love. I mean, the first David Tennant one was great. And so even up to when they did the Christmas Carol one before, that was really fun. They did the one when you had the 2 doctors. Obviously, you had someone playing the first Doctor. Again, that was a good episode. I used to love them back then, and that's why I think I love a good Christmas special, and I feel like this falls into that category of a good Christmas special. Just like the holiday special of Guardians, it ticks those boxes that needs to make a good Christmas special. Because if you don't tick those boxes, then what's the point in doing a Christmas special? You may as well do another episode.
Yeah.
And this, again, as I ticks those boxes, I say it's got the Christmas theme there, great. Christmas tunes, great. Christmas plot point, excellent. So it pretty much just ticks them all, and that's what you want. Obviously, I'm running out of stuff to talk about because it's a TV episode.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised how long you've kept going.
I'm just trying to drag this out, but I'm running out of stuff for Steam because it's a Christmas episode, and usually, I mean, we've done it with Christmas episodes, but the TV episodes, we can bash them out in 20 minutes, if that.
Yeah.
Because you don't need that long, but obviously we can just talk extension here with obviously just Christmas specials in general.
I do have a question for you, though.
Yes, shoot.
Do me. Okay,
Do
let
me.
me.
Well, okay, my pants off first then.
Give me your best Harry the Platypus impression.
Fuck.
See, it's not fun, is it, when you get put on the spot?
How was that?
Out of 10? 5?
I'll take that. I'll take a mid card on the spot. Moment. I'll take a mid card. Go on, give me yours then. 6.5. Right, and it's actually rate the episodes.
What is it out of 10?
Again, out of 10, yeah.
You know, it's Phineas and Ferb. 9. I like Phineas and Ferb. Always will.
Yeah, I'll agree with you. I'll stick with a 9. I say it's Phineas and Ferb. What can go wrong?
Yeah.
You know, most Phineas and Ferb episodes, if not all, are really fun. Especially when they do these extended specials. I mean, the Marvel one, the Star Wars one they did. They're fun. They're hilarious to watch. So I feel like a 9, or obviously, 9 region is reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, we could probably up it, but we'll just stick with a 9, just for laziness.
Yeah. Could also lower it as well.
Exactly.
But we're not.
But we're not. We'll stick with a 9. Let's not be too specific in terms of points here.
Yeah.
It's a TV episode. We save that for Dragon and Bear show. But yes, obviously that 9 simply is the Phineas and Ferb Christmas Vacation episode. The chat gave overall rating of 9. I don't know why I bothered even dragging that out.
I was gonna say it's just the 9.
So yeah, that pretty much covers this episode. Yeah. So obviously, put your thoughts on the Phineas and Ferb Christmas Vacation episode in the comments below, and your thoughts on what you're looking forward to in the new season of Phineas and Ferb that's coming out. If you're looking forward to it or not, just put your thoughts below on that. And yeah, obviously you can check out the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Audible, Amazon Music, etc., etc. And obviously don't forget to check out Alex on Twitch and YouTube and TikTok. Just search for Bearaputic.
Bearaputic everywhere.
Obviously, link is always in the description below, and obviously that link that I said last time to the Christmas playlist should be there as well. So you can check out all our other Christmas playlists. And obviously, if you're into TV episode reviews, we've done Gravity Falls. You can check that out. It was like fucking 2 seasons worth.
We've got
Dragon Prince. Not specific episodes, but like an overall series review as well.
Yeah, we've also got a new one of that coming out soon eventually.
Yes, which we'll be hopefully covering in January. Fingers crossed. Which obviously is technically the last series, unless it does well enough for them to extend it past. Which, fingers crossed. See, if they end this new season perfectly, I'm just like, okay, stop. But if they end it and you're like, I kind of want more, I would like them to that little extension up to series 10, I think they're hoping for. So, it's one of those ones that we'll see when the actual show comes out. But we're hoping to do that at some point in January. But yeah, obviously that is it for the podcast. Obviously, thank you, Alex, for joining me, not just for this episode, but also last week as well.
No problem.
2 back-to-back once again, following your Hawkeye and Krampus back-to-back double bill last year. Was that last year or was the year before?
Don't know.
Hayden was with us, so that would have been the year before. Yeah, I don't think you were on last year, actually.
No. Welcome back to being focused.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously I've got another Christmas film lined up for next week. I think it's like a spooky horror one I'm going to do. But don't worry, Alex. I'm unlocking your chains to your ankle cuff links and you're out. You're free. Joke's on him, I put explosive device in the back of his neck. Right, goodbye. If you like what you've seen, don't be afraid to throw us a little like and subscribe. That's always very appreciated over here. And, well, I'll see you on the next video.